put on the recording and say hi to everyone. That's usually the case. We're getting fewer and fewer to the webinars. That's normal, but lovely that you are here, and the rest will probably visit it, watch the recording afterwards. I'll try to make this as interactive as possible. So we are just a few, so I hope you don't mind. Yeah, keep on talking to me. No need to put on the camera. We use the chat or just unmute yourself, and we have this session interactively. So I'm not sure. I know some of you were there last week, I think, when Sandra talked about and introduced the concept of open education. Yeah, and hi, Daniela. Um, and not everyone, maybe. So I'm not sure, or were you all there?
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah. And Daniela, were you there last week? Not to checking on you,
I
just
was there also, Jörg.
yeah, you were there. Not to checking on you if you were there, if you were a good student or not. It's just I don't want to be mansplaining here. And yeah, I'm just opening my chat here also. Yes, excellent. Yeah. So then parts will be repetition, I guess. But then I definitely have no problem at all. I'll keep an eye on the chat. So just keep chatting away and answer the poll questions if you see them there. Yeah. So just a little bit to reiterate and frame the problem what we have a little bit is that no problem at all, Daniela. How much do you know about Creative Commons licenses? Just while Daniela's maybe answering in the chat, just quickly then here, what many of us usually do, I guess, and you please write in the chat if this sounds familiar or not. When we look for pictures, for instance, what we're using in our presentations for conferences or other PowerPoint presentations. And let's say I want to do a nice PowerPoint deck in about Karlstad. Who has ever copy and pasted a picture from the internet and reused it? You don't have your cameras up, but yep, guilty. Yes. Yep, of course, no problem. Hello, Eric. Yeah, and this is what we usually do. We are all busy, have little time. We just copy and paste. Then just to make sure that we are on the same page, what have we all done then? Most likely, what kind of crime did we commit? Most likely. Sounds drastic when I say that we committed a crime. Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Copyright violation, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Most likely we infringed in someone else's copyright because I assume, or what should we have done? Exactly. Thank you for the answers in the chat. What should we have done before we pasted it somewhere, copying, even before copying? Exactly. We should have asked for permission. And anyone has ever done this? Just out of curiosity? Have you ever hunted down a copyright holder and asked, can I reuse your picture? Very rare cases this comes up. No, that's very rarely done. I've done it a few times. No, exactly. We just usually copy and paste, and we know we all infringe on copyright laws, and we hope we don't get caught or that this person doesn't mind. Um, Yeah, exactly. But just as a, that we know what is what and here have a baseline. So, and I've done this before, and this entire session is here mainly about like for pictures and continue on what Sandra was talking last week, just to show you a few sources, like for the first 5 minutes, other sources where you can find a lot of pictures which where you don't infringe copyright. Sandra was showing a few resources with open clip arts and other resources. Um, just to, I'll put these in the chat as well, then you have them for future reference. Do you know Unsplash or Pixabay or Pexels, for instance? Do you know these? Or do you have other sources? Picto Selecto is an app which is free to use. Yes. Do you have other sources like this where you're fairly sure that you're not infringing copyright?
Excel is the most famous, isn't it?
Which one?
The one you are sharing right now.
Yes. Yeah. This I think. No, you didn't know that you didn't know any of them, Andreas.
No, any of them actually.
No. So
Yes.
these you can save for future reference.
Yes,
See,
I'm copying
and
paste the
like
links now.
yeah. So for instance, then let's say we stick with the example of Karlstad, right? Let's say an Unsplash, really a lot of beautiful pictures, and this is um, AI can generate unique pictures, of course, definitely. That is these days. This is also an option. On the same time, I would. Many of us, I think, are pretty concerned about the environmental impact of AI. So if you would not like to do this, or I mean, it's probably better to reuse something than have AI to generate something. But of course, this is these days amazing, also. But let's say you want to, you don't want to like it to use AI, and you still want to find a lot of pictures. So Unsplash here tells you you find 5,600 pictures referenced to Karlstad. And there are some and nice pictures here. And you see here, and Sandra was making us aware about the license terms about pages like this. They have very specifically on Unsplash always named that you can just use them. You got the permission already. The terms of use for these pages for the three I mentioned are like this. You can use them, and if you download them here, I'm not sure if this shows. Yeah, do you see this? Say thanks. You're not legally binded, but of course it's nice. I usually try to do that. You've seen this sometimes on the Open Network Learning homepage as well. There's a reference to the creator and where you found it, right? This is just as we do in academic practice, very nice to do to give credit to the person. But you're not legally binded to do this. Then with Unsplash, you have to make sure here. Sometimes you see Unsplash Plus. Some pictures, it's a freemium model here. They show you, they give you something for free, and then the really, really nice pictures, maybe you need to start a free trial to get this picture. But you can find then hundreds, thousands of pictures, pretty for pretty particular use cases like Karlstad. And this is all fine. I just wanted to show you another reference, very good for educational presentations. You find few of them also in PowerPoint, for instance, like icons. If you want to make a group, some icons here. For this is always for PowerPoint presentations, can be very useful also for other contexts, for your blogs also sometimes. very not fancy full-on pictures, but to just separate and have some structure on your PowerPoint slide. So the Noun project works pretty much like these other picture sites as well. So that was just like now you at least got 3 sources for a lot of pictures, and now you can AI generate pictures, and then you cannot breach copyright either using AI. But this gives you maybe access to 1 million or 2 pictures. And we talked about copyright licenses last week, and in the course material for that topic, a little bit was video mentioned. So, how much did you know Creative Commons licenses before last session and before topic 2, or was this completely new to you? Completely new, yeah. So just quickly then, just as a run through again, completely, yeah. Thank you for letting me know. So see these logos here, right? And the attribution, Sandra went through them, and there's a video if you want to get the nitty-gritty about it again. And I'm just scrolling down here. Sorry to make you yeah. So usually, or the basically is like the internet allows us to do amazing stuff and collaborate and reuse stuff digitally, right? Doesn't cost anything to copy and paste something. But the copyright makes this harder. And we said in the beginning of the session and reminded us, if we want to reuse something, we need to ask for permission, right? And Creative Commons licenses turn this around. Instead of us asking for permissions, for us who know and would like others to be able to reuse our stuff, as we do with research articles and we could do with educational material, if we know now that others would have to ask us, right? And I don't want to get mails. Can I reuse this? Can I reuse this? When I want to share something and want others to use it, then I can, when I upload it somewhere, can put a Creative Commons license on it. For instance, Andreas, if you put up a video on CowPlay, our video platform, you can say you can tag a video with a Creative Commons license. And then I can search on our license, on our video platform, only for videos, for instance, that I can reuse. And the same is true with pictures or anything else, music. There's platforms like Flickr and other picture platforms where you can, when you upload a picture, then you can tag the picture with a specific Creative Commons license, and then it's searchable by algorithms and filterable. You get this is you follow my drift, right? So here now I show you a search engine for Creative Commons licensed material. And in this particular context, it's often pictures, but also audio. If you want to have music as a background music for your course introduction video, there's you can search for audios here. I'll stick though with my example of a Karlstad presentation, and then I show you also the difference. On Unsplash, and now it doesn't, or does it say? Usually it's only says the top 240 results. I think previously it said how many resources there were. I'm pretty sure there were thousands of pictures related to Karlstad with the Creative Commons license. And so here you see a few, and now these, do you maybe remember from last week, the different licenses? Sandra went neatly through them. So the most free licenses, Creative Commons license, is CC BY. So you can easily filter now. Also, I want to be 100% sure that I don't do anything, and I only want to have the deed to say who this picture was from and by, and then I'll get so many more. I get all those pictures, and I load a few more. These are all, and I choose this one. These are here published with the CC BY license. And if I click here on get this image, then I get to the source, in this case, Flickr. I mentioned that previously. And it says who was the creator here, Martin, and you can see this already here. Bicycle Rack Karlstad by Martijn van der Veen is licensed under CC BY. And here you can not only copy the picture easily, you can also copy the attribution, right? So you don't have to nearly worry about anything. So if you want to do a nice PowerPoint presentation, you get this picture maybe under Flickr. You can download it in a very high resolution size, like 3200 times 2400 pixels. So you can really have a PowerPoint presentation slide with it. And then you go back to Openverse and copy this text, and then you paste it into your PowerPoint presentation and have a nice attribution. And that's all. And now you find millions. There are 8 million pictures with Creative Commons licenses. And going back to the results here, you can here then always read again what was the deed credit the creator. That's all you want to know. If you don't remember anymore, what did Sandra now say again? You have always the link to the Creative Commons page, and here it says again, Sandra showed us this. You are free to share, copy, redistribute the material, any medium or format. You can also remix it, transform it, build upon them, do even for commercial purposes. If you have like executive education courses or you have your own consulting company, material with this license you can use in this context. Or in the Karlstad University context, we have like this executive education where people pay money in these licenses, and this material you can use in those contexts as well. And then it says under which terms you can use this. And that's what we went through last year. In this case, you just must give appropriate credit. That's it. No additional restrictions. So pretty straightforward in principle. So, and if you upload stuff, then you can find here in Openverse another stuff for another database or search engine for Creative Commons licensed material. And very neatly filterable also if you only want photographs. And if, let's say, I know I want to have a large image size, then there was not that much for this filters. But if I take away maybe this prerequisite, then there was not much either. That's weird. I take away those filters and then I got much more again. This is the basic concept here. Does this make sense, or is this or which part was most unclear? All crystal clear. So this was just like also for your professional. Oh, yeah, okay, no problem at all, Daniela. Thanks for showing up anyway and interacting in the chat. I hope you get better well soon. No problem at all. And so this was also now thinking of and this would be my encouragement and my wish for your reflection posts. You noticed maybe that I've set up the reflections. So if you go to Open Network Learning and then here under individual reflections, you find all those reflections and we aggregate them automatically. Most of you, for obvious reasons, have not included pictures on your posts. What will happen then, if you have not used pictures, that we add an automatic picture here from Unsplash. But this is a little bit ugly if all have the same pictures. So knowing now this, I would encourage you for your next reflection, also use a picture, and why not using a Creative Commons license picture in your next reflection post. And then include it in your post, and then it should come up here when you publish it. Okay, may I follow up on this question I just received in the chat, why that is that you're anxious to use pictures? Are you afraid that you breach copyright? Or is it bandwidth or other reasons? Because for the copyright issue, we just showed you sources, and you can use whatever really. Doesn't have to be the best picture. Yeah, try it out and see what happens. Now you know a lot of resources where you can find quality pictures and know how to. And if anything is unclear about this, ask. This is what this course is about, for you to learn about this. Because we know this is new for a lot of our colleagues. But we're talking about now this was all pictures. This is easy to grasp, I think. Also the icon stuff and all this. And now you know this is also, there's music out there. Now we are talking, this is a teacher development course, right? We are all teachers. So think now, you can do the same with PDFs and textbooks, right? And when we do that with teaching material, this is when we talk about open educational resources. And there I just wanted to show another like this, like Openverse is for pictures, right? Here I show you one search index for open educational resources. ERSI, our friends in Germany, created this great open educational resources search index. So here's the same as for pictures. You can search for, I only want to have CC BY licenses. And now tell me, Andreas, what was your subject area again? Or
Yes, about?
yeah, what do you teach? A course.
Electrical engineering.
Electrical engineering, is it? This is not how you spell engineering. Like this, maybe. And then you say like, okay, here's now a lot of stuff in German. You maybe know German, but I just want to have English stuff now. So now you find 106 resources with CC BY license in English. And I cannot tell you, of course, if these are qualitatively and fitting for your course. But I mean, just if we take this license away and are more, then you have 1,100 resources under the tag electrical engineering in English. But you also, I know, understand modern Greek. So, here you go. Your colleagues from Greece have published some stuff with some permissive licenses, some not so permissive. But for instance, you can rest assured in Swedish for general courses, our students pay no fees. doesn't matter if it's non-commercial context, right? Because it doesn't count as non-commercial. So you can use even these. Kasai, I know you are in service management or service design. Service management is a good enough, right?
Correct, yes.
And in modern Greek, there's nothing. Sorry. But we take this away, and service management, you find 47 results. Principles of service management, Christian Grönros. We take a look. What did he do? Yeah, it's a video, and here's the embed code, and it's on YouTube. So here you find, you maybe knew this existed, but this is good resource. And I know those videos because I'm also a service management researcher. This is good stuff. This is the most cited, one of the most cited professors in service management. He published open educational resources. And so my invitation to you is, guessing that this site was new to you and you didn't really know about open educational resources before, now go look, have a check and see if you find resources which you can easily then implement in your learning management system. You know your students will get access to it. They cannot pull the card, or not that this is an excuse, but some of the students don't have the financial means to buy all course material, literature. If you find some good stuff here which is openly available for free, use these. Ask your librarian. They know about these resources, and would love to help to find stuff. So this is what we talk about when we talk about open educational resources. It's just teaching material published with those free Creative Commons licenses. And then there's the other idea of massive open online courses on open educational practices. And it's like when we're not only talking about resources, but when we practice open education, like open network learning, when we invite the world to join free of charge. That would be an open educational practice. ONL is an open educational practice. We can do the same course behind closed bars, but then we couldn't call it credibly open network learning. This is also why the course might be a little bit stranger as others, and more complicating with the learning management system and the tools we're using. We try to give you, again, the option to do it completely open, but also do it in the confined space of your PBL group. You're sharing what you do, right? This way we give you a lot of agency, and you put you in the driver's seat to make these decisions during the course of the course. Hopefully you feel comfortable, and many of you do already, to share your reflections openly. Then others can find them. We haven't even talked about the power of the hashtag. We do this later, why we use hashtags. But you get the drift now about open education, open educational resources, and then that the people who put this up want you to reuse this. Otherwise, they would not gotten all the extra mile to put a Creative Commons license on it. They gave you the permission already, and see it all as an invitation and encouragement to reuse it. All right. That's basically what I had in mind. If there's anything else is unclear, or you want to take a question about something related but not fully on, then we can take this. I stop the recording here now, and where power stop.